What's up everyone? In this video, I'm going to be doing a 1-year update on my investment with Fundrise. If you don't know by now, Fundrise is basically a crowd-funded real estate platform that gives the average investor access to properties that they definitely wouldn't have had access to if they were investing themselves or through a REIT. I did a whole video on REITs. You should see a little notification in the upper right-hand corner if you're on desktop. But different properties that they're investing in than the large institutions that a REIT would invest in, and the different approach as far as their fees and how they invest. So it's more of a crowd-funded platform where many people are chipping in just a little bit to fund certain projects and different properties. So just a little overview of their site here. You could see historical average returns annually have been 8.7 to 12.4, and you can read all about it, on their site, and you can look up different reviews and different articles explaining more about Fundrise. But in this video, all I'm going to be showing you is exactly how much I made, what I put in, what my dividends were. Okay, so now we're in my back office with Fundrise. We're going to be getting to this chart in just a little bit, but just so you could see the transactions here, I did quite a few. So this was all my investments. You could see each dollar amount and the date. This chart right here is where you'll really get to see, what I put in and how much I made. So what I did was, starting in June of 2018, I started investing $1,000 every single month into Fundrise. This is not exactly a 12-month update. It's a little bit less than that, and you'll see why. But I still got the effect of basically a 12-month investment, and you'll see that in just a little bit. So right here, June 2018, I put in $1,000, and then over here another $1,000. Then this month, due to a technicality, I put in $2,000 instead of $1,000, but that's okay. Then another $1,000 over here, September. So I was investing, $1,000 a month. Then that 1 month was $2,000. So anything left over is basically what I've earned so far. So when it says $6,075 over there, basically at that point in time, I had earned $75 from that investment. What I had put in. So over here, right, if we just move the mouse a little bit there, whoops, right there, that is where you'll see another $1,000 deposit. And then what this jump right here is Fundrise actually offered their investors early access to their IPO. They are planning on going public with their company. So due to FOMO, fear of missing out, I had to jump on that. So I invested $3,000 and then another $500 a little bit after. So that's a total of $3,500 and a little bit of change. So that $3,500 and a little bit extra was not actually invested in the supplemental income plan. That's just kind of money in escrow, waiting to be invested in the IPO when it does go public. I had, I believe it was 600 shares of the company. So then, of course, another $1,000 in December, another $1,000, and I basically decided to pull out of my investment. I believe it was in March when I decided to pull out, and this dip right here is when my IPO shares were redeemed, so I no longer had the IPO shares. And of course, this big drop is basically just selling all of my shares of the supplemental income plan, and no more investments in Fundrise right now. They're just about $80 waiting to be redeemed. I believe that's just leftover dividends. So if you do all the math here, I already did it for you guys. With my capital put in and all dividends reinvested, I really only made between 3 and 4% with Fundrise in that 1-year span. I know it's a little bit less than a year, but still, I don't think I would have made much more. The reason I decided to sell and just dump all my shares was because mainly of the liquidity. You couldn't sell within less than 5 years without having a penalty, and even if you do redeem your shares, even if you request to redeem them, there's no guarantee that will be executed. So for example, I requested to sell my IPO and supplemental income planned shares in about March, and everything didn't sell until June, and that wouldn't have been guaranteed anyways. If you sell within less than 5 years, you get a penalty, and as you can see right here, this discounts right here. That's the penalty that I got hit with. So I still was in profit. I'm not counting the discount or penalty as part of the, what happened with the investment, because that doesn't really count. And the liquidity just wasn't there. I could have the same exact effect, get my feet wet in real estate with a REIT and have total liquidity. I could sell within a blink of the eye as long as the market's open. So I didn't really like that, and I was, ready to put basically a lot of my income in this. Would have been over a large period of time. It would have been tens and tens of thousands of dollars. So I just didn't really feel safe with having that. And Fundrise is a pretty new platform. They don't have much history. I think they date back just only a few years. So I really didn't feel comfortable doing that, and I could get the same effect with a REIT and have that liquidity. But, some positives. The dividends were quite nice. I mean, as you could see here, my dividend growth was pretty damn impressive from July of just a 59-cent dividend to almost $23 in October, and then going all the way up. So pretty impressive dividends. Of course, I had them reinvested, so that wasn't actual cash in my pocket. But overall, I would definitely say you could diversify and have some money in Fundrise. That's just my opinion. Just for my own personal taste, I didn't feel comfortable having a ton of money locked away and potentially not being able to sell. There's all this fine print you could read online that basically there is no guarantee that you could redeem your shares. It's technically not 100% insured, but the chances of that happening are very unlikely. But I just did not feel comfortable doing it, so that's why I decided to sell, and that's pretty much what I made and what I invested in. So I hope you enjoyed that update, that 1-year update, and you could take a look at Fundrise. Maybe it's for you, maybe it's not. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, give this video a like and subscribe to the channel and hit that little notification bell so you're notified every time I get a new idea. See you in the next one.